start recording now.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hollingsworthless podcast. This will be for Wednesday, March 25th, but it's coming out Thursday, March 26th, because I had to get my good buddy on as a guest. As always, I'm your host, Big Irish J, and my guest, who I'm also doing a swap cast with on his podcast, Jay Whittaker.
What's up, man? I'm in the building.
Yeah, and
This is so dope. We just did this. This is like the 8th meeting that you've invited me through Zoom.
Yeah, so Jay and I are both, we're using Zoom on this as we're podcasting, and it's both our first time using Zoom, and we're figuring it out. It's going up on YouTube. It's going to be on our podcast, and we started this, but I wasn't recording. So we just were talking about Jay is in the Air National Guard, and he's in Massachusetts. I'm in Arizona right now, both under lockdown. He just got a call yesterday, kind of a wellness check from your sergeant, right?
Yeah, just, we just communicating back and forth right now. Like, I'm non-essential personnel. And so I'm not going to, first of all, everybody stop forwarding those damn Facebook messages. Like, yeah, my uncle such and such, Ray, who works in the Pentagon, said that they're going to be mobilizing this. So get all your toilet paper and your non-perishables. No, stop that. There's coordination to this thing. Okay.
And also do the intro, your podcast intro.
Oh yeah. What's up, everybody? This is Jay Whittaker. I am here live on a Zoom. If that even makes sense. Welcome to the show. This is Big Lil Kid podcast. This is episode, I believe, 20. I don't know. Keep track of my shit. I got my special guest, my good friend, Big Irish J Hollingsworth in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is going to be weird for both listeners involved.
Oh, that's all right.
I feel like we should have did it at we should do yours and then I should do mine at the end.
No, man, this is how you do it in this new.
This is how we do it. Okay, fine.
And I love that you said
collaborating.
I love that you said both listeners, like we both only have one listener each.
We do. That's how
me
it
and
is
you.
now. All the there's so much content from comedians now.
Dude.
There's only enough content for one listener.
Seriously. Now,
everybody's going live and shit.
Your podcast, Big Lil Kid. What's the idea on your podcast, Jay?
Well, the Big Lil Kid, I got it from my mom. My mom actually was just like, "You like a big little kid." She said this to a mid-30s black man, like such as myself, as her child, and it made me realize that she'd always tell me these crazy stories that I forgot about as a kid. Stuff that I would do, me and my brother, like just running around the neighborhood, shit that I used to get in trouble for. My schoolyard crush, like stupid little games. Kids, we played That's My Car, whatever. And so it's like as I started with hanging out with more comics, I started figuring out like everyone's got that story, mean, like everybody has crazy games that they used to play. Like there's games I never even heard of, so I always like talking to comics and just creatives in general, because I feel like our childhood is a big part of the reason why we're so creative.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And what's funny is you saying this remind me of John Reap, right? Comedian John Reap. So he has a joke about his childhood that when he was saying it, I was like, dude, this was me as a kid. Did you as a kid, did you and your friends ever have like ninja outfits?
Yeah,
dude, John Reap has a whole joke and story about getting in his ninja suit and having the boken, the sword, the wooden sword, and going out in his ninja suit. And I was like, dude, I was like a giant ninja when I was a kid. I had the same thing.
Dude, that's the best. That was the best shit. Like, and then because I remember like it was. There was the kids that were all about Power Rangers, and my grade, we were all about like Ninja Turtles, and you had to call that shit out. So as soon as the bell rung for recess, you'd hear all these kids like yell out because they got first pick. So the first, like as soon as you hit this line, we'd all race. And the first, like if you make it to the line, like if you make it to this to this other line. It was a race to the line,
Right.
and whoever got to the line, you got to pick who you wanted to be. So I'd always pick Raphael. That was my favorite.
Okay. All right.
And so I would always be around second or third, sometimes first if somebody slipped. But there was always one kid, and he always the guy who always got first always picked Leonardo, and I hated him for it. And but no one likes Leonardo. You know what I mean? That's such a Leonardo thing.
You may boot me from your podcast, but I never watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's fine. I'm not dude. Everybody gets shit late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what did you watch?
Oh man, what was the Super Friends? That was my jam.
Super Friends?
Oh yeah, you did tell me you watched the Super Friends.
Yeah, I watched it. It's campy as shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's so campy. You're like, oh my god. But
you had the twins. What were they? Was it Zan and Jan? Wonder Twins.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wonder
one could
twin
do
powers activating shit.
Yeah, form of a bucket of water.
Which is what is with those two. It's like, they sat there and practiced this shit in their room.
Oh yeah, dude. And then you also had like the obscure heroes or whatever on that never appeared in comic books. Like you had the red tornado. No, not the red tornado. Like I think it was maybe just tornado or something.
Or Black Vulcan.
Yeah, Black Vulcan instead of Black Lightning.
Yeah. I have this whole rant that I always get mad because all the black superheroes have electricity-based power.
That's interesting.
Storm, Black Lightning, Black Vulcan, Static Shock. You could technically go John Stewart Green Lantern because it's a battery, so it's got to be charged.
Right. Except for Black Panther.
Huh?
I think Black Panther's the only one, right?
It's kinetic energy. I mean, it's in a way. I mean, and then there's War Machine. It's an electric suit. That's Black Iron Man. And then there's the one in some dude named Soul Powered, which is bullshit. He's got an afro and he just walks around charging people's cell phones. It's bullshit.
Soul Power.
Stupid.
Well, that's like it's so funny. Like back in the 70s. I think, when a lot of these comic book heroes, they literally just went for like the stereotypes, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Like you had, what was the one dude, Sunspot, the Japanese mutant? And he's like, and then they had Thunderbird, the Native American dude.
Yes, that's right. Sunspot was, I believe, Japanese. Yeah, Thunderbird and Warhawk, they were both Native American. But I mean, like, they do that shit. They played up on everything. They still do it with Overwatch. And they still... so it's like they have a Russian, like, bodybuilder lady named Zadia. It's a terrible Russian accent, by the way, but
let's hear. That was an actual accent. You attempted one.
Zadia. She's a Russian bodybuilder. Yes. See, I don't do accents, man, because I had too many sociology classes where I felt like if I was doing an accent, I felt like I was culturally appropriation.
Well, at least you guys had Black Panther was dope. We had the Banshee.
Oh, Banshee, the Irish. Oh, yeah, the Irish dude.
He's basically a rape whistle. He just screams. He's like, ah!
It's very effective.
Yeah.
Y'all had Black Tom Cassidy.
Yeah, he's a bad guy though.
Yeah, but he walked around with a cane and he had a little pimp cane, and then you could
that's true.
shoot fire from the pimp cane.
Yeah.
That's some pimp shit.
Yeah. And the other thing too, what's jacked about the Banshee, a Banshee is a woman in Irish folklore. It's not a dude, but they have a dude named Banshee.
In Marvel, they have a Banshee that's Irish dude. In DC, they have a Banshee.
Well, no, that's what I'm talking about.
Irish chick. I'm
saying in like the Irish folklore, a Banshee is always a woman. It's never a dude. But then Marvel, their guy was a dude. They're naming
What's it like being Irish? What was it like being a little Irish boy?
So it's funny growing up. I collected comics. I was a huge comic book nerd, and I remember, and I lived with my grandparents who, I'm fat now, but like when I was a kid, I blew up when I stayed with my grandparents because grandparents always feed you, and so I remember walking through the neighborhood, my buddy Matt, and I was, I'm coming back from the store with some comic books, and I'm like, I don't want anybody to know because you were like, oh, you nerd back then.
Yeah.
And
same here.
Oh, and my buddy Matt Garlington, he's like, I was new to the area, and he's like, hey, what you got there? They were playing hoop, and I was like, oh, just some comics. And he was like, hey man, I like comics too. I was like, really? And then we became friends. And like my whole downstairs, I stayed in the basement of my grandparents' house, and on the walls, you couldn't see any of the wall because I just had comic books in the plastic hanging, covering the whole wall, all walls,
See, that's the way to do it.
Oh yeah.
Well, all right. So what were you reading? Were you like a Fantastic Four, Doctor Strange kind of guy? I feel like you got a Ghost Rider vibe about you.
Nah, I liked. So if we're talking Marvel, I loved the Hulk. I was like, oh, that's like my Irish one. He's green. He gets angry, fights.
I know. Such a horrible stereotype.
I mean, if we combine him with Tony Stark and his drinking problem, you got the perfect Irish guy.
There you go.
The Hulk, I like the Hulk. Silver Surfer, love the Silver Surfer. And then in DC, Green Lantern, I always love Green Lantern. I love the idea of that. If there's a will, there's a way, and like if you believe it enough, you can overcome anything. I always thought that was dope.
And it's funny you mentioned that because like I've been reading more Green Lantern right now for my mental health, just as far as we're all coronavirus shut-ins, it feels like, and so you kind of have to steel yourself and find your resolve. And Green Lantern's definitely one of the ones that I'm like, yeah, this is what helps me. So.
Oh yeah, I think that was the first, or no, maybe the first comic I read was Daredevil, who I love Daredevil too. Mm-hmm. And there's an Irish superhero.
Yeah, he's bad at. He's bad at. His dad was a boxer and shit.
Yeah, and didn't he have a drinking problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally.
But his dad was a badass.
Yeah.
Fucking shit up. You don't take shit from nobody.
Yeah, exactly. Daredevil
had to be from Brockton or some shit.
I'll tell you a dope Silver Surfer theory. I had this book a long time ago when I was a kid. My grandparents had got me about comic books, and you may have heard this before or not about Silver Surfer. There's the theory or belief is that Silver Surfer was Stan Lee's interpretation of Jesus. Because
say word?
He sacrificed himself for his planet.
Okay.
He volunteered himself up. He went out there. He was like, don't eat our planet. I'll become a herald for you. That was I wish I could remember that book. It was this huge book and it had all this stuff, but it was that was one of the beliefs is that Silver Surfer was Stan Lee's interpretation of Jesus. The other thing I love, I
believe it. I like the Silver Surfer. I didn't really fuck with him that hard, like a lot of people, but I mean, I can see that the power cosmic and
he can rearrange atoms.
But now I just imagine Jesus on a surfboard, and I think that's way more dope.
Well, have you? It's so hard to keep up with comics now because so many things. But have you heard or read about Silver Surfer Black? So there was he's not black now.
I missed that one. I must have missed that one.
So there was a mini series and long story short, something happened where I'm giving you obviously the dumb version because I'm dumb, but
no, that's fine. We're both stupid.
Yeah. I read the cliff notes basically of this, but he did something where he went back into time to the beginning of the universe. And somehow it was like the Silver Surfer actually created the universe.
Oh, dude. Oh, okay. So this is definitely like Jesus 2.0.
Yeah. The other thing I loved about Silver Surfer, he's very has a very Buddhist vibe to him.
Yeah. I fuck with that. Cause he's just like, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. I remember
some other shit.
I remember one comic I was reading, he got into a fight with the Hulk and the Hulk's just hitting him and he's not fazed by it, but he's very calm and he's like, please stop hitting me or I'm going to have to do something. And Hulk's raging, going crazy. And then finally he's like, okay. And he literally flicks him and he goes flying, hundreds of miles. It was nuts.
Did you get in a lot of fights as a kid?
No, I played sports. Once I got to 8th grade with my grandparents, though, I blew up and this little fat kid. And
were you a full fat or a tall fat?
Well, I was a tall fat for my age, but I was a fat. Oh man, I was.
I'm sorry. It's just the way you say it.
Oh, well. I mean, I'm. I guess I'm tall fat now, but then I was. Oh man, you wouldn't know how old I was by looking at me, but you'd be like, man, that dude's fat.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know how old you are. I still remember the day I found out in Sacramento. I was like, what?
Oh yeah,
blew my mind. You take good. You must use shea butter.
I do. Little Palmer's in the morning, at night.
You washing your hand. Don't touch your face, man. You can't do that shit. Now we got to start the whole damn podcast.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to cancel it. Yeah, dude. It's so crazy. This year, it just so weird saying it to me. I'll be turning 49.
That's amazing. Shit, man. 6 years and you get a discount.
Oh my God. It doesn't make sense to me. It makes no sense to me.
Yo, it's 6 years. In 6 years, people will call you sir, and you'll feel good about that shit.
No, I won't.
Like, yeah.
How old are you? 36?
Yeah, I'm 36, man. Proudly. Okay. Wu-Tang. 36 chambers.
Easy. Yeah, I have to worry about Corona because I'm in the the elderly.
You're getting up there.
I'm obese and elder. I got
dude. You're gonna get like a newsletter from AARP and shit.
Oh my God,
dude! You're gonna start watching. You're gonna start pay attention. You're gonna start paying attention to the side effects in those commercials. You're gonna be sitting there watching those fucking commercials.
Like, all right, hold on. Let me see these. I gotta see what's in this. Oh man!
You're gonna start leaving. We're like, damn, I do need to go kayaking,
dude. Is this gonna affect my sciatica?
Bro, like, no, I have to. No, like, my vision's starting to fade. I have like 20/10 vision. At least that's what I've had. But now I'm starting to I wake up in the morning. I'm doing this shit. It's starting to go.
Come on over. Come on over.
I know, man. Come on over. I want to. I'm not even on TikTok, so like.
I am. I'm not proud to say it.
What's that?
I said I'm on TikTok. Not proud to say it. I basically just repost stuff I'm posting on other stuff. Okay. I'm not doing like the challenges or any of that. Did you see I tagged?
I see people. I only see it. What the people post on. They take from TikTok and post it on Instagram. That's my way of watching. I don't trust the app itself.
Yeah,
stealing our information.
I mean, I get it. You sound like you're my age. Trust these young whippersnappers.
I'm ready to be old and black, man. I'm ready.
Me too.
Huh?
Me too.
I know, right? I'm ready to be old and black. Get me a little Kango and some, some like Elise's, or remember those shoes, Elise?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They had like a circular logo in the background.
It's like yellow and orange and shit.
Oh yeah. Dude.
So I just want to look like Ghostface Killer now. That's basically what I'm gonna look like when I'm 70.
Get some hush puppies.
Yeah, Clarks, all that shit. Corduroys, and and have like weird names for songs like I don't know, Yellow Jacket Flowers. That's all. That's how Wu-Tang songs they never.
Oh yeah, true.
Made fucking sense, man.
Oh yeah.
Right,
what was your toy
listening to?
Say that again.
Who was you growing up listening to, like as far as music wise?
I loved hip hop growing up. I remember, so my dad listened to Earth, Wind and Fire, Kool and the Gang, Anita Baker, Santana.
Okay, can you explain to people who don't know about the greatness of Anita Baker?
Dude, my dad had the biggest crush on her growing up.
Really?
Oh yeah, he had sweet, sweet love for her.
Sweet, sweet love.
I'm trying to think who else. Al Jarreau, that was another one.
Okay, yo, I fucks with Al Jarreau.
Oh, dude. But what's funny is, so I loved hip hop. I'm trying to think. Redhead Kingpin. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know about Redhead Kingpin and the FBI crew. I
haven't heard that name in a very long time.
Father MC. People don't know. Jodeci's first appearance was on Father MC's song. Treat them like they want to be treated.
Yeah.
That was Jodeci before they came out with album. Yeah, dude. But then of course like Rakim was my guy. You know, but so what was funny is I remember vividly being in my dad's car and my dad, you know, listening to R&B and stuff, and I'm like, let me pick something. He hated rap. He's like, fuck that. He's like, that ain't music. He's like, this is music, and he's playing like Earth, Wind and Fire or Kool and the Gang, and I'm like, that sucks. And he's like, I'm going to ask you when you're, you know, 20 years, you're going to say it's the best goddamn music you ever heard. Sure enough. Yeah. Oh, it's the best.
And now we listen to the shit that they play like, this ain't music.
Ow, dude.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. It's crazy. My son plays the shit sometimes, and I'm like, what is that?
Is it the mumble shit?
No, he actually, okay, I love my son for this, but he listens to like straight up like video game instrumental music.
Okay.
Like imagine like the bonus stage in Street Fighter where they beat the shit out of the car.
Okay, yeah. He's like, listen, Dad, listen to this banger.
Bro, that's it's like the bonus. It's that shit. That's a bit much.
And how do you handle that?
You know, honestly, one of the songs that he sent me, it's like my number 3 played song. I play it because it's like a good little bonus. Like the song I pretty much just did. It sounds just like that, and I work out to it.
Okay.
It makes good workout music because I feel like I'm in Street Fighter and I'm like in the bonus stage. Shut up! Don't make that face. Why are you laughing at me? We're just two friends sharing.
I would love that you're at the gym and you're jamming out, you're working out, you're sweating. Everybody's looking at you like, man, this guy's getting it. And then somebody just unplugs your headphone and they hear what you're listening to. Oh man!
And they just see me like, dude. I get into it, but mostly I listen to like a lot of like garage, grime, like a lot of UK hip hop.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the content is different.
Huh.
It's
I like Little Lil Dicky, Little Brother, a lot of Lils.
That shit. Lil Dicky's dope. Lil Brother's always dope. Like their latest one.
Oh,
yeah. I just want to hear some good content. Because like in the UK, they don't really have guns over there because their gun control is different. So like the worst that they'll talk about is like a good stabbing. You know, like there's not a lot of gun talk. It's just mostly like, hey, if we have a disagreement, we'll take it outside like gentlemen.
Yeah.
You know?
They can't do the brah brah.
I mean, they'll make that sound. What's the name? Big Shaq, the man's not hot. He's British, man. Michael Dappa, that's his real name. But I don't know. Shit, man. I can't believe I'm talking to you, and these are the times that we have.
Dude, and we get to do our own little backgrounds. Look
at my background.
That's great. Always watching.
I could just be like, I could do this with my listeners and my viewers. Just be like,
yeah,
surprise, bitch.
What was so growing up? Because your podcast is all about like stuff growing up, right?
Yeah.
So what growing up? What like Christmas gift do you remember? There's 2 that I remember specifically that I was like, that was the big one. Like I just remember it specifically. What are 2 or 1 that you remember?
Man, I'll tell you right now, that first Christmas after my parents split up, that shit was fire. Like, yeah, they went all out. They was I don't know, they were trying to overcompensate or what. And I love my parents to death for this shit. Let's see. Your boy raked in. I got the Michael Jackson's Bad vinyl album.
Okay.
So that's like already.
How old were you?
Not their album. It's my album.
Oh yeah. How old were you?
5.
Okay, gotcha.
And so then I had the record for like Care Bears. And you know how the old records where they tell you the story?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like, and you read along with that shit. I got that joint. I got a ping pong table. I had the the die-cast metal Voltron.
Oh,
Like
yeah, yeah.
remember that shit? Yeah, not the plastic bitch, but it was the straight up like if you threw and it had a little missile launcher, red and green lion heads. So if you hit somebody with that bitch, it hurt.
Oh, dude.
Like I miss the old toys that hurt.
Now, which Voltron was it? The lions or the cars?
There's the lions, but it came with also a miniature version of the cars. It was dope.
Gotcha. Hang on one sec. All right.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Sorry. What were you saying? The which Voltron was it? The cars.
So I had the die-cast metal, the Voltron that hurt when you threw it, and then I had the little. It came with like the miniature ones with the cars.
Oh, the cars one. Yeah.
So yeah, like it came with both. I ended up getting a shit ton of Transformers, but I remember specifically that I had a Blaster, who was the Autobot that turned into a boombox.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so you could put the little tapes in that that would pop out and everything. I still had it that was like the only Transformer that I ended up keeping for a very long time. What else did I get? I know I got a ping pong table. I know I ended up.
Remember Go-Go Bots?
Nah, I didn't get Go-Go Bots.
You're like, I didn't have those ghetto ass.
Yeah, the fucking Go-Bots. Fuck out of here with Go-Bots, man. Like, yo, man. They was newly divorced, man. I had a good ass Christmas. I remember there was just toys. There's I gotta find this picture of me. I know my mom has it, but it's me. It's like me and a shit ton of toys in the background. No, I'm just like posed up in my underwear, like Christmas, like Santa's the shit, I love
like Scarface with all the cocaine.
Pretty much. It's just me and a lot of presents, and it looks like it could be easily presents for at least 2 or 3 kids. And it's just me.
Excuse me, I was gonna say my 2 like gifts that I remember. It's 2 different Christmases. One was an Iwo Jima set. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
The big mountain, the plastic mountain. Oh, yeah. Dude, and the army man. Why? I was like, Iwo Jima set. That one was one, but the other one, oh, dude, is the original Nintendo. And I remember getting that. My grandparents got it, and I remember setting it up on their kitchen table. And I had 10-yard fight, and I had
10-yard fight, dude.
And I had kung fu.
Yeah. Oh, 10-yard fight. Me and my dad would play each other so hard at that game.
Oh, dude. Oh, man. And remember the old Tiger games?
Yeah.
Dude, the little dash.
Oh, my God. Yeah, the Tiger joint. What else did what else did I get? Oh, I ended up getting a shitload of G.I. Joes, and then what was it? Silverhawks, I want to say?
Silverhawks.
Remember that? I'm still, I'm a little bit younger than you, but I mean, like.
Okay, we get it.
No, but you still had G.I. Joes. G.I. Joes was.
Silverhawk. What is Silverhawk?
I'm trying to remember. I can barely remember those, but. Do you remember? Okay, you brought up Nintendo games. Do you remember Top Gun, the movie?
Yes.
Obviously. Do you remember
and the
Nintendo game?
Yes.
And how fucking frustrating it was to do anything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude.
Just to take off.
And I remember I don't know if it was the first game, but I remember turning it on and it had the Top Gun theme music. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what? I was like, whoa, they got the song. Dude.
These guys are masters.
Yeah. Remember Double Dribble?
Dude, corner 3 all
day. Yes, exactly. Oh, dude. Oh,
like the physics, like the other game that I loved was Jordan versus Bird.
Oh,
that was a good one, and I love that one because then that was when the rivalry was like big, and then they had like the stupid McDonald's commercials. Off the backboard, off the building, off his head.
I remember.
No.
Dude, you want to hear a little trivia that not a lot of people know of. This is kind of interesting. So, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson were both signed with Converse. Remember, they had the weapon.
Yeah.
So, basketball player Larry Johnson, grandmama, remember him?
Yes.
And you remember he was with Converse too, right?
Right.
And they had the whole grandmama. These shoes are so good, my grandma could beat you. Well, originally, and this would have been such a sick commercial. Originally, from what I remember, they had already filmed it. There was a commercial that was made where Larry Bird and Magic Johnson were dressed like scientists, and Larry Johnson was laying on a gurney, covered up, and so Larry Bird would go, "We'll give him my shooting," and Magic Johnson goes, "We'll give him my passing," and Larry Bird will say, "We'll give him my 3-point shooting." They go back and forth, and then Larry would go, "We'll give him my first name," and Magic goes, "We'll give him my last name," and then Larry Johnson would come up like a Frankenstein's monster, and apparently they had filmed it. It was all set to go. And then came out that Magic had HIV, and then they just scrapped the whole thing.
Oh man,
that would have been a sick commercial, dude.
It exists somewhere. I want to see the cutting room floor on that shit.
Dude, how sick would that have been, though?
I mean, I never even put that shit together. It's so obvious.
Oh yeah.
And the marketing guy was like, he was like, guys.
Yeah.
Guys.
We're going to be able to go on vacation. I got it, guys.
Yeah, I got it. I got this one. He's all high-fiving people in the fucking break room.
They film it. It's great. He's like, dude, we're going to be millionaires. Oh, wait, what's this Magic Johnson press conference? What's this about?
And they're like, John?
Yeah. You just see him fly by the window. Ah!
Oh, we're the worst. We're the worst.
Excuse me. Such a crazy. That would have been a dope commercial, yeah.
But I remember. Okay, I remember watching that press conference with my dad.
Where I was gonna say, where were you?
Because I lived in LA at the time. That was like the biggest thing.
Englewood.
Yeah, I lived in Englewood. Yes, and so I remember watching it, and then like we were just like, what the hell do we do now? And then it went like to the point where it got on Nick Jr. Because Nick Jr. or like Nickelodeon used to do that. They used to try to keep kids informed, and they were talking about, let's talk about AIDS, let's talk about HIV, and I was like, man, this shit's crazy.
You're like, I'm just trying to put together my Transformers, my Voltron.
Yeah, I just figured out Devastator yesterday. Like, fuck.
I was in Oregon, and I think I might have just got back from school, and I was with my buddy John Eichler. And we were on my bed watching it. My dad, I remember seeing him at the doorway, and like, I think we started crying because back then, like, that was death. Like, to us, like, our understanding of it was like, oh my God, he's gonna die. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like, he's gonna die, dude. That was terrifying.
But see, like, people were doing quilts and walks for this shit.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. Keith Haring, dude, I remember seeing those little animated videos of Keith Haring, and he'd do all the little people, amazing artists. You know what I'm talking about. You'll know if I'm talking about if you see him.
Yeah. Who was your?
We didn't know shit about it back then.
So being in Englewood or growing up in Englewood, were you a Lakers fan?
Always, dude. Okay, so for context, and I just found out that the fucking Clippers owner just bought the Forum, the old school Forum, like. So as a kid, before all the construction, so there's the Englewood Cemetery, and then there's the Great Western Forum, like pretty much right across the street from it. So I don't call it the Forum, I call it the Great Western Forum, because that's what I grew up with. And so there was a gated community over there called Carlton Square. I used to live right there. And then my brother, I say he's not my blood brother, but we've just known each other since we were in diapers.
Right.
He lived like a few blocks away, like over by, I won't say a few blocks, but it was at least like a 5-10 minute drive over in Darby, not Darby Park. He lived off
Baldwin?
3rd and Arborvitae.
Oh, okay.
And so, but yeah, we lived in Englewood. Lakers all day. Like Clippers, no.
Right.
Yeah, like, and I'm happy for the Clippers. I'm happy for them. You know, you got Kawhi, you got Paul George, but it's just like I still can't see myself as a Clipper guy. Never can.
You didn't like Reggie Theus?
Here's the thing. I went to grade school with this kid.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I was like an older. I was a lot older, but like I believe his daughter went to our school, and so So Reggie Theus was cool, but I did like Danny Manning, and Ron Harper.
Oh yeah.
Those are like early,
Ron
my
Harper was
Clippers,
like the poor man's Jordan, and then he ended up going to the Bulls and playing with him. Didn't he have a stutter? I think Ron Harper had a stutter or some type of speech impediment.
I still remember though that my dad got us Clipper tickets, and they were like $10. We were way up in the nosebleeds at a Clipper game, and I love my dad because he's just like, man, fuck this, come on. And we
walked out
all the way down, and we were basically sitting like third row, and so but no one was there, no one gave a shit. And the funniest thing, this is gonna sound really weird, but at least we have video capability, so you can see what I'm about to do. I vividly remember Ron Harper. There was a timeout during the game. Ron Harper comes in the game, and I don't know who he was doing it, gesturing this to in the audience or the crowd. But he goes,
what?
He starts wiggling his fingers like, I don't know, like he was just like, yeah, come get it. I don't know. It was just so weird.
It's crazy that the stuff you remember though.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, I vividly remember it. If I met Ron Harper, I'm like, yo, you're the guy that did this. I don't know why he did that. I don't know who it was to, but I vividly remember that.
And the thing that's funny is that that area still around the Forum still diehard, like I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me.
Oh shit, I'm scared.
Sorry. Yeah, you're like over there. You're like, ugh.
Yeah. I know.
But so I lived in Hawthorne, right by the Forum, and
that's right.
I would go to the gym in a Scalabrine jersey just to mess around. Like I have a Scalabrine jersey, Celtics Scalabrine jersey, just because of, Red Mamba, just to be a smartass.
Yeah.
And dude, I had multiple times, not just once, and not the same person, multiple times. I'm in there just doing my thing, and one dude was like, he's like, man, you can't be wearing that jersey here in England. I'm like, dude, it's Scalabrine.
Yeah, Scalabrine.
I'm like, you really care about the Red Mamba?
Yeah,
or White Mamba? Yeah. But yeah, it's still there. It's still there. I mean, yeah, it's interesting. Like I said, it was multiple people. I said to one of the guys, I was like, what are you going to do? Beat me up for wearing a Scalabrine jersey at a Planet Fitness in Englewood? You dummy.
All right. Top 5. Who's your top 5 white players? Who you got at the 1 through 5?
Oh man. Okay. Luka. I'd put Luka at point.
No, I want Americans. I want straight up like guys named like
Stockton. You mean like
because Luka's too easy. That's too easy.
Dude, he's so good, and I thought they were possibly going to get him. Like I was like, oh, are the Celtics going to move up and get him?
I thought they were going to get him.
So I'd put I was about to throw Dirk in there too. So I guess, but you can't throw Dirk in there. Okay, so center, who would be center? Nah, I can't do Rick Smits.
Okay, yeah, you can't do Rick Schmitz. You can't do Detlef.
Oh, dude, that's right.
See, that's what I'm saying. If you add the European players, it's a very easy list. You could throw in Sabonis.
Oh man, Arvydas Sabonis.
Yeah, Petrovic. Dude. You know what I mean?
Okay, you know what? Here we go. Center, Bill Walton.
Okay, there you go. I was like, there you go.
One of the best passing centers of all time. Power forward. Do I have Bird the late years at power? No, I'll put Bird at small forward, of course. Shooting guard and power forward. I might put McHale at power forward.
I put Tom Chambers. Come on, man.
Tom Chambers. Yeah. And he did have a bit of an outside shot.
You could do Lambeer.
I hate Lambeer, so I can't. Yeah, Chambers might be a good call. I might do, and I'm trying to think, or maybe even Kevin Love.
K-Love would be dope.
K-Love
early Kevin Love. Like the Kevin Love now doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some of the great white. Oh, dude, you also maybe Christian Laettner.
Stop it. No. No.
I mean, he was on the Dream Team.
Don't. God, I hate you for this. This is like the worst argument.
I know.
I get so. I'm like, I'm mad at you physically for this.
Shooting. Let me come back to the power forward spot because it's
There's a
Walton.
lot.
I think Walton's a good call at center, especially in his prime. Bird at small forward, shooting guard. Man, do you go with? I guess it's point guard. You got to go Stockton. I'm trying to think. You got to go.
You could. There's still Jerry West. There's still Pistol Pete.
Oh, Pistol Pete. I might put Pistol at, but he has no defense. But I might put him at shooting guard. Pistol Pete at shooting guard.
I like it. So Stockton to Pistol Pete to Bird to Chambers to Bill Walton.
Just to throw Tom Gugliotta just for his name. Maybe I'll go Scalabrine at power forward.
No, you just put have Scal come off the bench. Or, dude, what about Jason Williams?
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Actually, I would do just because I love white chocolate. So I'll put Jason at point. Yeah.
At point is Stockton. Is Stockton even on the team?
Stockton. He'll be on the bench. I'll put him on the bench.
Get those garbage minutes.
Maybe Brent Barry.
Steve Blake.
Yeah.
Hey, put some respect on Brent Barry's name. Only white dude to win the slam dunk competition.
That's right. Wait, no, Tom Chambers won it, didn't he?
I think so.
Seattle?
Probably. That sounds like a Tom Chambers thing. What about some Dan Marley action up in there?
Dan Marley, good. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think I like Pistol Pete at shooting guard, even though he'll get destroyed. Nice. He'll get destroyed defensively, but offensively, he was a beast.
I'll tell you right now, that team is gonna get their shit rocked by the Europeans. Like, you put Nowinski, Luka, Porzingis.
Oh God.
Like Sabonis, Petrovic, Stojakovic. Oh shit, it's a wrap, dude. Europeans have that ass. They be Euro stepping all over.
100%, dude. Oh man. Whew. Now, okay, what's your? I was gonna say your all-time
guy team.
I was gonna say your all-time black team, but you might as well just say your all-time team.
Yeah, I know. It would just be the greatest Lakers. Seriously.
Shaq or Wilt? Yeah.
This is the hardest one. Everyone's always like Shaq, Wilt, or fucking
Kareem.
Kareem, yeah. I'm gonna take Kareem. I'm taking. Kareem.
You know what? I would too. Dude, most unstoppable offensive shot.
Yeah.
People don't give, when they talk about the all-time, people don't give Kareem enough credit, dude.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't flashy.
He wasn't flashy, and he just there was like a certain elegance to his game. Like seriously, it's you watch him and you're like, this. You felt like it was you watching some prestiged fellow, play gentlemanly ball.
Oh yeah.
But and that sky hook. The sky hook is one of the most beautiful shots ever, ever,
and almost undefensible.
Yeah. So I would take. For me, it's Kareem, and then I'm gonna take Magic just because he can play all positions, and I like people that can play multiple positions. Kobe, of course. Even before he passed. I'm still putting Kobe in there.
I'm just thinking about the all-times, all the people that have been on Lakers, and now you got LeBron at small forward, I'm assuming.
I would love to throw LeBron. Of course, I'm gonna throw LeBron in there. And then
AC Green at power forward.
Huh?
AC Green at power forward.
Hey man, maybe Sam Perkins shit.
Or Worthy, or did Worthy play small forward?
Worthy too. Yeah, let me see. Worthy was power
Rambus.
Perkins was. Okay, I would do Magic, LeBron, Kobe, Kareem at the 5, at the 4.
Put Shaq there. Oh my God! Put Shaq at the 4.
There we go. Let's just do that. Let's just make it interesting. I feel like Wilt would have been a stretch 4 in today's game.
Yeah. Except he can't shoot, though. He can't shoot outside.
What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, yeah, well, that's true. Not a stretch 4. Okay. Yeah. It would have developed. I feel like if Wilt was alive today, he'd be like a Giannis type dude.
I would think my My center, if I was doing all-time Celtics, hang on, what's the? Hey, can you go yell up there? Jesus, can you hear all that?
Yeah, I can hear a little bit. It's fine. It's just kids. It's a show about kids and stuff.
No, so my all-time, if I was doing all-time Celtics, okay, cool, man. Do I put at center? You got to put obviously Russell. You know what? I might do. No, I'll put Russell at center. I was gonna say maybe I'll put him at power forward. Russell at center, KG power forward, Bird small forward, shooting guard. Do I do Ray Allen? Put Pierce there or Havlicek? Havlicek maybe. Havlicek was so dope. Oh gosh, Ray Allen.
I got Kurt Rambis coming off the bench for me. Just so you know.
There you go. I got Scalabrine off the bench. Point guard. Do I do Rondo or do I do? I'm definitely not doing one hand Kuzi.
Yeah, you got to do Kuzi.
No, dude. Can you imagine Kuzi trying to guard Magic?
Just Kuzi on Magic.
Oh, I might do. Do I do Kyrie? Do I do? Dude. Also, I love Tatum too, man. But he hasn't put in enough time.
I say Tatum, man.
Tatum
or Kyrie.
At point?
Yeah, you got to have somebody that could cross, because Kyrie would cross Magic up.
Yeah. Then you have Rondo. Defensively, Rondo in his prime was pretty dope. I do like the idea of Tatum at point.
Okay.
Because he could. I'm just thinking of matching up against Magic. He's tall enough. He maybe. I don't know. It's crazy the amount of all-time greats, and I can't believe you guys.
This is what it is. Okay, at the 5, Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
At the 4,
yeah.
Voltron.
There we go. Yeah.
At the 3, no, excuse me. At the 3, Voltron. At the 4, Devastator.
Okay. Here we go. At shooting guard, the little kung fu dude from the Nintendo game. Yeah.
Yo. And then my point is the Care Bear.
Okay. Oh yeah, of course.
Dude.
He cares. You're
right.
Yeah.
He's a
distributor.
He's a floor general. He's a floor general. Who's the Sunshine Bear? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
What's here? I gotta wrap it up on my end.
Yeah, same.
Okay, perfect. What's for my listeners? What's all your Instagram? Where can they see you? Follow you all at?
Okay. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's all the same. ITSJAYWHITTAKER. That's
2 T's in Whittaker.
Yep, it's Jay Whittaker. That's it.
And your podcast.
Where can I find you, my man?
Well, first, your podcast is called Big Lil Kid.
Yeah, Big Lil Kid. BIGLILKID.
Perfect. And I'm Big Irish J on everything at Big Irish JAY. The J is spelled out. And my podcast is the Hollingsworthless. Oh, you can barely see it.
This is cool, man.
Yeah, I know. This is great. Hollingsworthless podcast. And yeah, thanks for doing the Swapcast.
Dude, we did it. We did it. Thank you for doing this, man. Like this, I needed this myself. I've been moping in the house all quarantine and shit. I'm growing like the little J. Cole mixtape beard and shit.
Yeah, dude.
A lot of people getting exposed. Take off that hat. I want to see what it looks like. Okay.
I know I got to give myself another haircut here pretty soon.
Cutting your hair?
Oh, yeah. I've been doing it on my own. What are you doing?
I got you with your hair off.
With my hair off.
I'm just doing the whole. I just did a little Instagram thing, man. But hopefully you're doing well.
Yes.
It's really good to see you, man.
You too, brother. Send your family, your fiance, your dog, your son, everybody. Give everybody my love.
Hold on, let me put my dog on camera. Hold on.
All right.
Wilson, come here.
I bet for the listeners, this is great.
Dude, you rip.
Dang, this thing deforms my head when I don't have my hat on. Look at the doggy. Look at the little doggy. What's the dog's name?
His name is Wilson.
Like the volleyball.
Yeah. like the tennis ball. He likes tennis balls a lot. All right, I'm gonna put him down.
Okay. All right, brother. Be safe. I'll talk to you soon. I love you. Be safe.
All right, peace.
All right, brother. See ya. Okay, recording.